in Richards Bay, KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa, for the final day of the TIFA 2025, which is the Tourism Investment Forum Africa. And as we are talking, the delegates are about to leave or making their way out because that's it. That's how we wrap up the 3 days that were. It's been exciting sightseeing and amazing conversations about the plans that they have to develop and promote and attract investment opportunities into the city of Mhlathuze and build the economy here as well. Now, South Africa is more than just a destination, right? I think we can all agree on that. It's a story. It's a brand and a cultural powerhouse, from breathtaking landscapes that attract millions of visitors to a film industry that is rapidly becoming a global production hub. The challenge today is how to position South Africa as not just a country to visit, but as a world-class destination to invest in, film in, and return to. At the heart of this work is Brand South Africa, the organization dedicated to telling our story to the world. Joining us to discuss how tourism, film and branding intersect to shape our global identity is the General Manager at Brand South Africa, Mpumi Mabuza. Mpumi, thank you so much for your time and welcome to The Upside.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
It's been a crazy couple of days. Yeah. 3 days of traveling, exploring. I want to know personally, have you been to the city of Mhlathuze, or was this your first time? Personally, for us it was our first time.
It's my first time. Unfortunately, I only arrived yesterday, so I missed the first day. When I hear it was quite impactful also with the site visits.
Yes, yes.
I wish I would have experienced that. But it's my first time, and really it's been a great experience. Also, I think the best part is interacting with the delegates that are here at this conference. As much as one works at Brand South Africa, you never have the opportunity to meet so many other entities within the tourism and film space.
Yes, yes.
And this really allowed for that opportunity, but also those that have got major or really great, potentially wise, infrastructure development. So
yes,
it was really a great opportunity for me to be here.
Right.
Love that.
I'm interested in finding out why branding, or how branding is such an important part when we look at tourism and film and investment.
Well, first of all, I just want to contextualize. I think I could hire you. You really introduced what Brand South Africa is quite well.
I'm here, thank you.
And we're not the only country that has a nation brand management agency. And it allows each country, like you said, to tell their own stories. Like you have my presentation in your bank book there. So it allows South Africa to tell its own story, to ensure that we manage a narrative about South Africa. And really be able to highlight any type of opportunities and just position its value proposition to the right audiences in order then to attract those investments in various sectors. And I was participating in a panel earlier, and I was saying that I think, South Africa is traditionally known, if you look at international audiences and you question them, they'll think of mining, right, as a key industry for South Africa. And it still is, and it's a critical sector for us to really continue to profile. But the contributions of the film sector cannot be undermined. The number of jobs it has created, I was looking at research that, for instance, the Cape Studios in the past 10 years has created over 98,000 jobs.
Wow.
So the employment opportunity within that sector is phenomenal. Also, we not even factor in the interest that we have for people to come and visit the country once they are exposed to what the country is through film, through features. So there is, you can't even really disconnect what the sector is to the overall brand. And the smart things to do is just to leverage it and see how you can use the film sector, tourism sector, to enhance your overall country promotion.
It is now 20 minutes after 2 p.m. Central African time. We are currently in conversation with the General Manager at Brand South Africa, Mpumi Mabuza. And we really just want to highlight the significance that branding plays in telling the South African story to the rest of the world, and what impact this forum...
No matter where you are, Channel Africa is always with you. África. Conhece o Ntivani?
Claro que sou eu.
Ntivani é o amante da música de corpo e alma.
Eu amo música africana.
Ele aprecia todos os tipos de melodias e passa os seus dias a ouvir a Channel África. Adivinha só, a Channel África quer ajudar o Ntivani e os amantes da música em todo o lado a descobrir ainda mais música incrível. Por isso, a Channel África convida artistas africanos a submeterem as suas músicas. Músicos, lembrem-se de nos dar todas as informações relevantes no music@channelafrica.co.za. As submissões são a vossa oportunidade de ser ouvidos, mas não garantem inclusão na lista. Todas as submissões serão cuidadosamente analisadas para verificar se cumprem os requisitos da nossa estação. Canal África, a perspectiva africana.
Channel Africa, your voice, your sound, and your home. Stay locked right here.
Well, it's 22 minutes after 2 p.m. Well, it's 22 minutes after 2 p.m. Central African time. You join us at the beautiful Tembela venue in the city of Umhlathuze in Richards Bay, KwaZulu-Natal for the final day of the Tourism Investment Forum Africa. And we continue to have conversations with delegates that were part of this forum. And we're currently in conversation with Mpumi Mabuza, General Manager at Brand South Africa. Mpumi, when we look at events like the TIFA, how do they tie into Brand South Africa's efforts to tell that South African story to the rest of the world?
My actual title is General Manager, Stakeholder Relations. And that essentially means that I'm responsible for securing strategic partnerships for the organization. Brand South Africa is a small entity, relatively. I mean, only about 54 people, warm bodies, and tasked with a huge mandate.
Wow.
We do really rely and depend on strategic partnerships and platforms to amplify our message. So whether it's an organization or an event or platform, I'd rather call it this a strategic platform in our view, that has an international audience. We saw panelists from various parts of the continent. We connected with US earlier today. It gives us a really invaluable opportunity to expose those audiences to what South Africa has to offer. So we honestly do take advantage, and I'll use it, that word intentionally. If I was writing a report, I'll say leverage, but we take advantage of what this type of platforms offer the audience that's here, the people that are interested in developing the country and growing the economy, the local economy, and because they are also carrying the country flag or the country brand in promoting it.
You talk about how Brand South Africa is using platforms like TIFA to leverage, and really tell the story on a global stage. Talk to us about what you think, as Brand South Africa, what do you think makes KZN just a premier destination for investment in particular?
You're putting me on the spot because I promote the whole country, but
but we're here now. We're here now. Yes.
We're here. No, and it's not a difficult question because it's an easy province, honestly, to promote. Besides, I mean, KZN is not small in terms of a scale, number one. That's why also I've been to many parts of the province, but perhaps I had never been to Richards Bay. But I've explored other elements of what the province has to offer. But also, we need to be mindful in terms of the economic industries, the automotive sector, vibrant, really, really robust economic sector within central areas, the farming aspects, but also the cultural tourism. I think we can't negate that. And if you say you're from South Africa, if they don't ask you, if they don't say Mandela, they'll say Shaka Zulu. Right? And it's not, it does not at all offend me. It just means that we are known. So the world is recognizing as our leaders in our country, and that's what we must celebrate. And they are interested and want to learn about our culture and heritage. So besides, so there's cultural heritage. There's just tourist sites, the beaches there. It's always warm. I'm sweating right now, and but also, equally important, with our key harbour in this province and the thriving sectors from agriculture, automotive, it actually has got quite a full package.
In this digital age that we live in, Mpumi, how are you leveraging of, perhaps, let's give them the title because they are content creators, influencers. How are you leveraging of them to tell the story to the rest of the world? Because everyone is on their phones now. And how we then get to know about certain places like the city of Umhlatuza. Perhaps a content creator came here and they found beauty in the space and they shot it. And now we know about the city of Umhlatuza. Talk to us about their involvement and the expansion plans to getting the story out there in non-traditional ways.
Well, we invest quite a lot in our digital program, our digital marketing program, our digital communications program, and we've been doing that for quite a few years. I won't say we are at the point where we want to be. Also, it's always evolving, and you just have to keep up with the time. So it's a sector that we don't neglect, and it's a tool for us that actually just helps us really expand our audience and our reach. So, getting back directly to your question, we definitely do work with, I'll use your term, influencers. We also have a wide network of what we call play your parts ambassadors, South Africans that are just doing extraordinary things for the ordinary South Africans. And these, some of them, our Mams Banbani from Kai Kai, and she's just giving back to her community, or an influential individual that we will recognize from our screens, etc., that takes the message forward on our behalf, whether it's a message about the country, what the country has to offer, or a message that uplifts communities. So we don't neglect that at all, and the power of social media, the power of influential voices to carry our message for us.
Okay. Mpumi Mabuza, thank you very much. You're very excited about Brand South Africa. And I think that speaks volumes in terms of also just what is possible for regions like the KZN region, particularly Umhlatuze. Thank you very much for your time. Should we wish to perhaps get acquainted with the play your part, part of things and other sort of campaigns that are within Brand South Africa, do you want to direct us as to where we can go?
Please, you'll find us brandsouthafrica.com, www.brandsouthafrica.com, but we are also on Facebook, we are on X, we are on Instagram, and you'll actually even find a special page that talks to play your part on Facebook and on X as well. I encourage you, reach out, contact us, follow us, chase us, whatever you do, but we really, really are keen to engage with people that want to also amplify the South African story.
I love that.
Thank you very much. Mpumi Mabuza joining us in her capacity as the General Manager at Branding SA, also in charge of stakeholder relations. And of course, it was just wonderful to find out about the work of Brand South Africa as we gather here in KZN. It is 2:30. We're going to cross to the sports desk, I beg your pardon, to find out what Fikile Lengwati has for us.
Side with Tebogo Lekhuleni and Mmatsheko Mosito, bringing Africa's voices to the world. On Channel Africa, the African perspective. Call us on +27 63 406 9126.
I can see my whole world changing.
And contribute to the conversation. Sports on Channel Africa, the African perspective.
We start off with athletics. Akani Simbine bounced